Hi Teresa, how are you?
Hi, I'm Lena. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I really enjoyed your lesson, so I just wanted to talk about and have a conversation about how you feel that it went.
Okay. I think the lesson went exactly as I kind of planned and thought today. Really excited to read the last 2 chapters of the novel. He was hyped, ready to go. I was debating having him read them maybe silently instead of doing it orally today, but I thought because it was the end, I knew he was going to be a little hyper, so I figured do it orally rather than silently to keep him on track. And he really liked the ending, so it was great. We were able to make a lot of connections to it, using his own dog versus the dog inside the story. And we also read the first glimpse into the next book in the series.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, he really enjoyed that. So he's going home tonight to download it on the Kindle because he was so excited.
Oh.
So it was good.
Good.
But aside from that, the vocabulary went really well with him. He did struggle a little bit with the last illustration, so he's going home tonight to think of something that he can come back tomorrow
Why do you
to
think
be able to
he
draw.
had a hard time with that specific word?
Well, I think because, it's forlorn. The word, it's a difficult word, especially for someone only on a 3rd grade reading level.
Yes.
I know my 8th graders struggle with that word sometimes. So I think for him to truly understand, because he keeps going back to the example rather than looking at the definition to understand what it means. So I think that's one reason why he's struggling to come up with an example. And also he's trying to think in context to his own life. Like he does not want to use the example from the text because he wants to apply it to his own life. So when's a time that he felt forlorn, and so he's struggling to think of a time when he felt sad or lonely. So I said if you want to think of other family members or friends or something that happened at school, you can do that too. So he said he'll come back tomorrow with something, so be excited to see that.
Okay, and what would you do next time if he was still continuing to have difficulty with the vocabulary words like that? Like what do you think you could do?
I think going back into the text, and as well as using the online resources, maybe looking up examples of forlorn for kids that are user-friendly, obviously, and then being able to maybe make connections to those based upon what he's read from the text and online, so it's online.
Good, great. What did you see your student doing that made you feel that it went well?
I really think his expression, his enthusiasm, ready to turn the next page, but I wasn't, so he was kind of like trying to move it, and I said, no, we're not ready. As well as just being able to answer the questions and truly understand the text. Whereas in the beginning of the novel, he's making predictions that Roscoe's going to trade his dog for a sweater. Well, it's obvious because the title of the book, Don't Swap Your Sweater for a Dog. Whereas now he's making those informed connections as well as decisions on his own of, well, why do you think Roscoe likes the ribbon better than the trophy? And he was able to tell me, well, because he told the truth, and telling the truth is better than earning a trophy, even though he wanted it so badly. So being able to make those informed decisions on his own and connections really allowed me to see that he's truly understanding and comprehending the book the way that I thought he would. So it was good to see.
It seems like you have gotten to know your student really well.
Yeah, I think I've narrowed in on him because of just choosing one book rather than using multiple books throughout the process, allowing him to make connections.
I think that was a good strategy. How did what you planned compare with what you did? Did you stick to the plan? Did you alter anything?
Yeah, I stuck with the plan as it was. I went a little out of order. I left writing for last just because I knew it was going to be a struggle because we were publishing today. So I knew even to get maybe a paragraph would take at least 20 minutes. So I made sure I left that for last so we can kind of just hit the save button, wrap up, end with our 5 questions, and get going. But using the time to use the vocab after reading the novel I think was nice because it was a nice finish to the novel. Looking back at the 2 words that we had talked about, reviewing the chart that we created, and then making it his own using his flip book, which was nice.
Yeah, I like the idea of the flip book.
Thanks.
That's something that he can take home and have as a resource.
Yeah.
As you reflect on the original goals for this lesson, what do you think your student achieved these goals?
I definitely would say that in regards to the vocab, he definitely achieved it because he has the understanding for the words. he's able to, recall that sentimental. Oh, Dad's trophies, they're sentimental to me. So knowing that he's mastered that. Looking at the word forlorn, still having some difficulty. I think that with the flip book, with continued use of the word, as well as, mom's help at home that, she's willing to give, that he'll be able to master that as he leaves here. So that'll be nice. So I'm not too concerned that he hasn't mastered that word yet, because he has the understanding of it. It's just now being able to use it in context to his own life and make meaning for himself. For the reading, though, I think he's definitely hit a lot of the goals. He's made better connections, better predictions. He's made inferences, even foreshadowed today without even knowing it. So I mean, he's doing all of these wonderful strategies. So I think he's definitely hit the target.
Good. So what I'm hearing you saying is that he is understanding the strategies, and as he gets more practice with them, they'll sink in a little bit more.
Allowing him to see them more.
Good. So so he performed as you had hoped?
Yeah. I don't think anything today he strayed away from that I thought he would have done something better at, or that he would have struggled with, but he did better at. So I think he was on target for today.
Good. Okay, so I took a look at your lesson, and after observing, I collected data on a few areas that you wanted me to concentrate on, and that was your praise. And I wrote down different things that you had said and determined if it was generic praise, or specific praise. So the one question that I have for you before we go into this is, you wanted me to look at if it encourages the Tootie's reaction. So I wasn't sure if you wanted me to determine if it encouraged him to continue on that specific skill, because some of your praise was specific, or if you just wanted me to look at if it encourages him to continue working hard and trying his best.
I think it depends. It would really depend upon if it was generic or specific. Because if it's generic, it's not going to help him work toward a skill. So I think overarching is, looking at what type of praise was it, and then being able to know, well, is it going to encourage him to continue, maybe just to work hard because I said great job, or if I said, I really like how you used the capital letter here for your name, but you didn't for Roscoe, because I know that came up in today's lesson. Will it continue for him to push him to use those capital letters? Which after I said it, he realized, oh, I did make a mistake. So
good, and this is something I think that we can keep looking to as you continue working with them.
Yeah, for sure.
So what I found was that you, some examples of specific praise that you gave him was, you said, I love when you use capital letters. So that was great, and I think that's going to encourage him to do that again.
Yeah.
You also said, I like how you use some for your name, and you meant capital letters. Again, that was specific. I think you'll probably see him doing that again, because he's going to be looking for your praise.
Looking for the specifics.
And I love how you read that. So that was good. I think you read one section, and then right after that you gave him the praise. So that was good. And then some more generic ones that I think will encourage him to continue to work hard is that you said, awesome, very good, great job, I love the answer. So those were all great as well. Okay. And then there was a few other specific ones that I have that were at the end of the lesson. You said, great answer, I think you're being very specific.
Okay, good.
So that was good. And then you also said you did a great job of using context clues, which I thought was great, because going into third grade, that's a skill that he's really going to have to be focusing on.
And using on his own.
Yes,
for a big part. So. All right, thank you.
So overall, I think it went well. Are you happy with the lesson?
Yeah, I was happy with the lesson, and I think that, the course of the past 2 weeks working with this one novel was a great choice, because I think it allowed him to learn a lot and to be able to work with one and really hone in on specific characters and events and problems rather than looking at so many different things. So I think it was a good choice for him.
I do as well. Well, good job.
Thank you.
Thanks.